Hey, welcome to another Time to Talk video on a Saturday here in the shop. Another chilly Saturday as it is. So a question for you. Have you ever done something just simply out of habit? You made a conscientious decision that you were not going to do it anymore, and you continue to do it no matter what. You continue to do it. An example of that is this workbench right here. I built this workbench for a very specific reason, so that it was narrow enough to walk around or to reach around to reach the other side. And I said, okay, I'm going to make that in a video way back. This is before Dana passed. He was actually here when we talked about shop efficiency and such. And I said, I turned my table saw 90 degrees. It used to face this way, parallel to the shop, and I turned it 90 degrees, and I said, I'm going to take this bench and I'm going to work off the end of the bench or that side of the bench so that I'm not doing this the whole day. Walking around here like this, coming around here, over to the saw, making a cut, back around like this. Although better for this thing, it does waste a lot of time. So it dawned on me, I'm doing it again. I'm doing it again right now. So this bench, let me move the camera so you can see here. Bear with me here, I'll do this as gently as I can. This bench has a unique wheel system on it right here. So if I take this little jack and I make sure that's engaged, I can do this. And now the wheels are engaged. So that's what I think I'm going to do here this week, and in a matter of minutes here. Let me move you back so you can see. I got the one side jacked up, so I'll go over to the other side and do it too. So yeah, it was like, I'm tired of walking around this bench 1,000 times, and I still continue to do it. I don't recall why I put the bench this way to begin with. It must have been a project that I needed to have room here for something. I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to shift this thing around. Before I do that, I got to move a little bit of dust. Remember, sawdust is for sale here at the Hinkleshop. You can have as much as you like. It'll be relatively cheap. It'll be $500 a pound. I'm only doing this because I don't want the wheels to hit a piece of wood chip or something, and it really should be done every so often, don't you think? All right, so wheels should be engaged. I should be able to just swing this and put it back to the way that it was supposed to be in the original design. It is a little tight here on the end, but there. Now, move this over here so you can see a little better. And we'll drop the bench back down so it's stable. All right. And we'll get in here and do this side. Uh-oh. Where'd I put my pipe? There it is. Dropping it down. There. And yes, it is a heavy bugger. So it's solid. Again, so the idea was saw, table. Saw, table, table, saw. No, that's wrong. Alright, so there's that. I got the wood stove going again. Let me move that camera just a little bit closer so you can see my beautiful face. Sorry, I know you don't want to, but sorry. That way you can see my beautiful face and my figure. So I got this thing a while ago. This is a mortising machine, and I'm like, it's over there in the way. Not in the way, in a spot that's not usable. But I also have this. This was the top to a table that I had made and had taken it over to my office. Now, if you remember, I said in one of these, I had gotten a bug up my ass and cleared out my office. I'm starting to fill it back up, but this isn't going back over. But this, I'm thinking about taking this guy and mounting him permanently on here. Then I can make a base for this, maybe have it roll around, whatever, and I'll be able to, I think I'll be able to use it better. Puts it up a little higher too if it's on a table as high as this bench. Gives me a little more leverage. Not that you need a tremendous amount of leverage, but it might help a little bit. Awesome. I hope you all had a great week last week. I know I did. It was the first full week back to work from the Thanksgiving Day celebration. I say it was a good week. There were some challenges. We all have challenges through the week, but it was a good week. I'm still working on this flag here. I do have the 5 items that will make your hotel stay video 99% done. The pieces are sitting right in front of me on the bench. I've got to put the lacquer on them, finish them up, and then that video should be good to go for tomorrow, actually. Hoping to have that out tomorrow. I have the wood and the materials to start the laser project that I want to make for the laptop table that is coming over to my office, Lisa. I am taking that table to the office for a laptop. So it only needs to be, well, relatively short. I mean, it can be 24 inches tall. What it does is we set the laptop next to the desk and it connects to a docking station. Hey, how do you like that? I thought of it. It connects to a docking station and broadcasts to my monitors. I almost call them screens. That's old school. Monitors. It broadcasts to my monitor lizards. So right now it's sitting on a couple of beautiful pieces of cardboard boxes. So we're not going to leave it that way for long. I do have the rocket stove going. It was 39 degrees when I stepped into this shop this morning. For some of you, you're like, big deal, that's not cold. For those of you like Sam Coleman up there in Canada, if you see this, Sam, I feel for you right now. But down here, when you get into 30s, it's chilly. So rocket stove, electric heater, and a quick shot with the propane fired, we call them salamanders from where I'm from. They're well, let me show you what it is. Let me turn this around. Nice and easy like, so it doesn't scare you. One of those guys. We used to call them salamanders back in New York up on the farm when we used them. That one happens to be like 65 or 70,000 BTUs. I turned the rocket stove will more than heat the space, but by using that, I can get it up to, well, it's 50 degrees in here. I've been out here for 20 minutes. So between those 3 items, I can get it right up to working temperature in a half an hour, and then I shut everything else off, and I use just the rocket stove to keep me toasty and warm. 50, 60 degrees is plenty warm enough to be working in the shop when you got one of these guys on, so good to go there. I am going to try to get it a little bit warmer out here because I do need to put the lacquer on the 5 pieces. I hope you all watch that video because I really think you'll go, why didn't I think of that? Or, hey, that is pretty cool. So that's what I got going on this week. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I wanted to go over with y'all. Christmas is right around the corner. Don't forget me. I'd like a new drill press. I'd like a whole bunch of tools. Trying to think if there's anything else in particular that I definitely need. All I need is for y'all to keep watching and continue to support me. That's all I really need. So with that, I'm going to close this one out. Have a great rest of your week. We'll talk to you again next Saturday. Be sure to tune into that video tomorrow because I really think you're gonna like those projects. So with that, thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe. Atlas just come through the door and slammed it. We'll talk to you later. We'll catch you on the next one.